Hi there, this is Wisdom here. I'm the president and the founder of Wisdom Limited International. Today I'm here to talk to you about my book, Uncommon Destiny, Uncommon Partner, and also I'm going to talk to you a bit about a few things that I've discovered over the last couple of years and some of the things I've included them in the book. So today really what I want to do is to help you out there. A lot of people who are in situations where they're like in cycles and they don't understand what exactly is going on. And so today I just wanted to share a few things and help you maybe actually empower you so that you can actually make a positive change in your life. Now this is mostly particularly to girls and even some guys who are in abusive relationships. Now here's the deal. The universe is made up of laws. For example, the law of gravity. If you throw something up there, it comes down, no doubt. Why? Because of gravity. It's the same thing. Now, there's a law that we call the law of correspondence. Now, this law works like this. Your outside is a reflection of the inside. What do I mean? For example, if someone dates first guy, right? They say this is a lady. She dates a guy and he's very abusive. Naturally, we all know that, it's the guy's fault. But then if she dates again, a second guy abuses again, a third guy abuses again, could it be that there's something wrong with the girl? That may sound mean, but wait a minute, check this out. Now, naturally what happens is, if you are not in a position where you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, and you value yourself, what can happen is, like, for example, if you hate yourself that much, you'd find that whether it's a guy or it's a girl, the type of people that will come in your life, the type of people that you would attract, they will come to really pretty much to enforce that hatred you have of yourself. So the way in, actually the way to bring about the change is to change the inside. Then you can change the outside. That's the law of correspondence, right? Law of correspondence right there. Now the way you have to do that is, for example, if you are a young lady and you're in that position where you constantly date bad boys and they abuse you, they treat you bad, true, what they are doing is not right, it's very bad, but I want to help you out in terms of making the positive change. So what you have then to do is to have a look at yourself in terms of how much do you value yourself, how much do you appreciate yourself. And said to say some people are looking for love on the outside, but in actual fact they can't love themselves. Now that's a very it's a very big dilemma that there, and it's across the world, it's across many, it's just unbelievable. And I remember a few years back I was talking to a young girl, and this young girl was constantly telling me pretty much every month, telling me how much she's been meeting all these bad boys, these guys are abusing her, treating without respect, all sort of things. But then as I looked at the girl, I began to recognize that this girl was beautiful. I mean, she was like top class. And not only that, but I think I then began to discover that on the inside she really could not capture the thought or the idea that she was beautiful. And when I did tell her, well meaning, it wasn't hitting on her or anything like that, but I really wanted to reassure her that no, what's going on is bad, but at the end of the day she needs to recognize that she's beautiful and she needs to be able to in a position where she can make a stand that no, this is not tolerated anymore. And so what I did was I looked at this young girl and I said to her, look at me, and she did, and I said, you're a very beautiful woman. And to her there was a bit of a moment of silence because she could not really take it in. And then I discovered right there that I was actually on track, because what I was trying to do was to help her out. And even after that I saw that she really struggled to, because I did say that a few times, and I really came to the conclusion that she really was struggling to really understand that, and to acknowledge that she was beautiful. And I know that there are many people out there, and I know this is more so particularly for the women, and I know there are plenty of amazing people out there, men and women, and at the same time I know as well that there are many other guys out there who are constantly getting abused. And part of the problem is because they haven't come to a place where they can recognize who they are, they can begin to appreciate themselves, value themselves, love themselves. So constantly they continue in this cycle. So what I want to do today is to really help you out in terms of if you're in that particular situation help you out there, empower you so that you can actually begin to break that cycle, and then from there you can be free and to go and live the life that you're meant to be living, an authentic life, and thereby, of course, naturally, you find you then be able to find someone who loves you, appreciates you, and who treasures you. But like I'm saying, the bottom line is you have to start from the inside. Now, in the book Uncommon Destiny, Uncommon Partner, I do cover a lot of issues in there. So this is a book I would encourage really if you're single and yeah, you've been really wondering why some things are not like, where you're trying to understand what is exactly happening in your life. And so I do share a few other insights in there that, many people are not able to talk about. And I know many people, like in the churches where they look to pastors, but at the end of the day, I think as you look at across the globe, sad to say, I know some pastors are working, they're doing an amazing job, but at the same time, we've got another set of pastors who just don't really care about the flock, so to say. They are just busy building their own empires. Now, I'm not saying all of them, like I said before, I'm not saying all of them. There are many pastors out there who are really saving their people, saving the saints and then giving their heart out to the saints. That's fine. And then there are also other pastors who come on the pulpit really to entertain people's ears, really. And then every Sunday people come for entertainment, really. And they go back to work on Monday. They go back home Sunday night, and this life is still the same. And it's a sad reality, but it's the truth. It's happening. But at the end of the day, you realize that. So I do share a few things in the book that really some of the leaders, in many aspects, or maybe particularly in the church, because I know many people really look to the church, look to the pastors, and that sort of thing. So those are some of the things that I share in the book there, so you can be able to find them. And one of the key things that I do cover in there is I actually indicate or maybe show you the relationship between your family tree and maybe your family tree and maybe also things that are happening in and around your life relating to your family tree. That there's some trends that you can see that have gone by within your family circle and in generations gone by, even the current generation, that you can actually see that there's a pattern up there. And in the book I do share about that, and I also show you exactly how to break those cycles, and I also like to move away and really begin to break off, break free, and then begin to live a life that you've been created to live. So I would encourage everyone, mostly single people, although in the book I do cover a lot of things that affect married couples in there. And yeah, but at the end of the day, I would encourage you that if you're a person who really knows, who believes in your heart that there's something you've been created to accomplish, that you've been created for something bigger, something greater than your current circumstance, I would encourage you to get the book, because this book is going to empower you so that you don't allow any sort of misguided characters to derail you, but you live a life of authenticity, a life of power, a life of victory, and surrounding yourself with people who value you, who treasure you, people who respect you, and at the same time, people you respect, you love, you celebrate, and people will celebrate you too as well, thereby enabling you to become in a place where you enable them to be the best they can be, and they help you become the best that you can be. And by the same token, also in the book as well, I talk about the power of words, that words spoken over you, words that you speak yourself, and words spoken over you, I talk about it in the book. So this book is a book that I would say it's a must-have for every single person who's serious about living a life of purpose, living a life of destiny, living a life of victory. This book is a book for you. Now, having said that, you can get the book on Wisdom Unlimited International.com.au, and I'll be doing more videos in the next coming weeks, just talking about a few other things that are very, very sensitive and that kind of thing. But I always try to hit on those topics that people really don't want to talk about, because that's one of the things that makes my book different, in the sense that I don't want to talk about things that every person is talking about. I don't want to do that, but I talk about those things that people are scared to talk about, or kind of things that people tend to tiptoe about. And always remember that information is a seed for change. So if you want change to happen in your life, you need to get information. Information is the seed for change. Other than that, I gotta bounce, and we'll talk some other time later. But yeah, I gotta bounce, and I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna go off here with a bit of Sephot Soda, all the way from Southern Africa. And always remember, you're uncommon, you have an uncommon destiny, and hey, make sure shine your light. I'll catch you later. Bye. See ya.